Welcome to Gorilla's Friday Challenge Week 8 with Gorilla Test Papers. This weekly series is designed to help you master all key topics in the SEAG specification. This week we will look at the topic of punctuation part 2. If you missed part 1, be sure to check out last week's session. However,
Remember,
you can still punctuation is guaranteed
as it
to
doesn't
appear in
matter
5
which order you watch
questions
them
on
in.
the real SEAG exam, so mastering it is essential. This is the first question of the week. The question asks, which group of words in the sentence below has a mistake in it? If there is no mistake, the answer is N. The sentence is, are you going to the park after school today? Asked John. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The first learning point of the week is that a question mark is always required at the end of a question, and punctuation should always be placed at the end of a quote. For this question, we're looking for a punctuation mistake, and so using our learning point, we can see that John is asking a question in the sentence, and questions always require a question mark at the end, and it is also important to always check that there is punctuation just before the closing quotation mark. However, in this sentence, there is no question mark before the closing quotation mark, so this is where the mistake is. The correct version would have a question mark after the word today, and before the closing quotation mark. This means that the correct answer is D. This is the second question of the week. The question also asks, which group of words in the sentence below has a mistake in it? If there is no mistake, the answer is N. The sentence is, wow Taylor, that was such an amazing goal, shouted Jill. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The learning point for this question is that an exclamation mark is used to express strong emotions such as excitement or shouting. We're also looking for a punctuation mistake in this sentence, and using our learning point, we can see that Jill is shouting in this sentence. Since she is shouting, the quotation should have an exclamation mark at the end. Once again, it's important to always check that there's punctuation just before the closing quotation mark. However, in this sentence, there is no exclamation mark at the end of the quotation, which is a mistake. The correct version would have an exclamation mark after the word goal and before the closing quotation mark. That means the correct answer is D. This is the next question of the week. The question asks, which group of words in the sentence below has a mistake in it? If there is no mistake, the answer is N. The sentence is, 32 new books were added to the school library. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The learning point for this question is that a hyphen is used to connect two words that function together as a single unit, such as in numbers or compound adjectives. Using our learning point, we can see that 32 is a number that should be written with a hyphen. In numbers, hyphens are used when writing numbers from 21 to 99. However, in this sentence, there is no hyphen between the 30 and the 2. This is the mistake. The correct version should have a hyphen between the two words 30 and 2. So therefore, the correct answer to this question is A. This is the fourth question of the week. The question asks, which group of words in the sentence below has a mistake in it? If there is no mistake, the answer is N. The sentence is, I can't wait to go to the beach tomorrow, shouted Alice. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's go through it together. The learning point for this question is that an apostrophe is used in contractions to replace missing letters, and it can also be used to show possession. Using our learning point, we can see that can't is a contraction of cannot, but is missing the apostrophe. It's also important to always double check contractions for missing apostrophes, especially in words like can't, won't, and didn't. But remember, apostrophes aren't just for contractions, they also show possession. For example, in Tom's book, the apostrophe in Tom's shows that the book belongs to Tom. So for this question, the mistake is in the word can't, which is missing the apostrophe. That means the correct answer is A. This is the last question of the week. The question asks, which group of words in the sentence below has a mistake in it? If there is no mistake, the answer is N. The sentence is, I can't believe we made it to the concert, exclaimed Sarah. Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's go through it together. The learning point for this question is that quotation marks always come in pairs, an opening quotation mark and a closing quotation mark. So it's important to always check for both an opening and closing quotation mark in each sentence, ensuring they surround the exact words being spoken. Using our learning point, we can see that there is a closing quotation mark after the word concert, but no opening quotation mark to match it. So therefore, the mistake is at the start of the sentence where the opening quotation mark is missing. That means the correct answer for this question is A. Here's this week's recap. We've covered all punctuation aspects you'll need for the SEAG test, including the material from last week's video. It's important to understand each of these elements to ace the punctuation section of the exam. If you haven't watched last week's video yet, make sure to check it out. Pause the video here if you'd like to take a closer look at these points. Congratulations, you have now completed this week of Gorilla's Friday Challenge by Gorilla Test Papers. If you're looking for more SEAG materials, head over to our site at www.gorillatestpapers.co.uk for all the resources you need. Don't forget to like this video and let us know how you did in the comments. We'd love to hear your score and any thoughts you have about the series. See you next week for another session of Gorilla's Friday Challenge.